I am a brown-skinned girl in the climate justice movement. But I didn't intend to be in this movement. I grew up in a family where being a change maker was the norm, from going to protests in the first grade to organizing my first rally in the ninth. I felt the need to fight against every injustice I saw, and eventually that led me to combating the climate crisis. But after years of never seeing myself in the national climate justice movement, it felt like people who look like me aren't meant to be climate activists. While doing this work, I noticed myself being in all-white spaces all the time. And after a while, I felt like I was the only Black or brown person in the US movement, even though that is the exact opposite from the truth. From my school's environmental club to failed state organizations, I often remember being one of the only Black or brown voices in the space advocating for my existence in that space. It was always a debate on whether we should focus on environmental issues that impact Black and brown communities, or our leaders were those with white skin and socioeconomic privilege. Because when you think of environmentalism, you don't think of a Black Muslim girl from the Midwest talking about intersectionality. But I'm not here to show you that we do exist. I'm here to show you that we exist and we can be leaders in this movement. After feeling unwelcome by these spaces, I decided it's not worth it to continue in them and left earlier this year. I left these groups that made me feel excluded to create my own. And from there, it's been a battle to shift the US climate strike movement to a space where we acknowledge privilege and whiteness. Sometimes it feels like I'm a token for those in the movement, but I know my purpose is to disrupt white spaces and introduce intersectionality. To make people feel uncomfortable to the point of wanting change. And I think that's everybody's purpose, to create space for those who don't have access. Because without the idea of intersectionality, this movement wouldn't be able to have people like me. So today, if your list of climate activists consists of people like Greta Thunberg and Leonardo DiCaprio, I challenge you to research Black, brown, and Indigenous climate organizers and uplift the work that we are doing all over the world. Because remember, we do exist, and we are leaders all over the world. Thank you, and a special thanks to the Earth Island Institute for this wonderful award and bringing me together with the other 5 amazing winners. So thank you.